Welcome to the AOE Podcast. As always, this is the Wolf, and with me today is...
I'm Bird Up. Caw-caw.
I'm Steven, also known as the Mo City Legend.
Okay. I didn't know.
Good to know.
Coming from you.
Yeah, stand by, baby. You ask anybody, they know who I is. Sure.
I didn't.
I'm just saying. I didn't. Now we know.
Now you know.
But that's how legends start.
He's all over it, Mo City. Bigger than Big
That's why I take all the
Mo. Bigger
ladies.
than Big Mo.
They're like, I want to go do somewhere special. Right around the community park.
Swing and then swing and then swing.
Is that how you became a legend?
Hey, you gotta start somewhere.
Community park.
Okay. I'm Ace of Spades 69, but you can just call me Ace.
I am Nye the Butterfly, music producer and DJ.
I'm Decimo Primo.
Awesome. How is everybody today?
We're
Doing
good.
fairly well.
Doing good?
Yeah. The weather's finally nice. It's been storming.
It is. It's been storming.
I'm trying to hold back every comment I have to Ace of Spades 69 right now.
Bro.
I heard the 69
Bro.
too.
But what does the 69 stand
Yeah,
for?
what is the 69 for?
I was trying to repeat the last
I just like the number.
You like the number? I bet you do.
Yeah, I bet you do like that number.
I like that number too.
I'll be honest, I'm disappointed because I still didn't get an Xbox. I tried to pre-order, I tried to do it, and I still wasn't.
Okay, so what did you try to
say they're gonna be ordering that?
So pretty much. Oh wait,
That's what I thought.
hold up. They did do the announcement.
Mhm.
I was ready early in the morning.
Okay, boy.
It did go live at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, no, I did not.
Okay, 11 o'clock. My bad. 11
We got
o'clock.
different stories right here. We gotta clarify.
Discrepancies.
What time
I mean,
did it go right?
It's 10 o'clock Eastern time.
My Wi-Fi said.
Your Wi-Fi.
My Wi-Fi said.
There's a clause in this?
You
10 a.m.
You blaming Xfinity now.
Wait,
hold on. Okay, I didn't know Wi-Fi gave you time.
Yeah, Wi-Fi gave you time.
Wi-Fi
So my
is-
Wi-Fi told me the Xbox was gonna go on sale at 10 a.m. And I knew this because I was on Best Buy website looking at it, staring at it, and the coming to soon changed at 10 a.m. to order. So I was like, ooh, I refreshed page, right?
It did not change at 10 a.m.
Okay, 10:30. My bad. You a couple minutes, you know, couple minutes.
That's
Okay.
half hour.
And then after a couple minutes,
show.
Yeah.
you're right.
30 minutes?
You're right. I could watch half originals. So then, hey, Klaus
is a monster.
Anyway, so then I'm go, and then I'm like, I'm pressing the button. I wasn't able to get the pre-order. Everybody, by 1 o'clock, it was already sold out.
Dang.
So this is my thing. Like, the first day, you could pre-order. Like, I know it's like a big thing to pre-order on the first day, but they're gonna eventually keep putting it out where you.
And plus the first gen's always the shittiest ones.
No.
They always buggy.
Who wants to be part of the eventually?
Switch control.
I mean,
Like,
it's
Switch
like, who
control.
wants
First and
to-
foremost,
who
don't
wants
get
to
me
be part
started
of the
with that.
eventually?
I got the first round of
You wanna
switches
be
to come out.
Hold on.
And
Number
my
one.
controls were janky as hell, like within 2 months.
Okay, so let me put this up. So you're talking about Switch, which is fine. That's Nintendo. Last time I checked, this is a Nintendo consoles we're talking about.
I'm just
So as far as PlayStation goes, which you have a PlayStation, so you also know this. PlayStation, their first gen consoles always have all the bells and whistles. The second gen
I never
consoles.
bought it like first gen
So you
for
don't know.
PlayStation. For PlayStation. But like you said before, when we talking about Xbox,
Bro, I don't care. I
like,
still pre-order the
yeah.
Xbox. I'm still getting the Xbox when it launches.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I mean,
I just got the Xbox so that I could stun on people and say I got an Xbox. Okay? I'm not trying to lie.
I mean, to me, for
All right, that's the same reason I got the Xbox Series X
Yeah.
when it first came out, because they were like Scorpio edition. I bought that mess. I fell into the trap because I could literally take the Scorpio edition Xbox at Series X, 1X, and get it's not the series.
Yeah,
Just
the
the
1X.
1X.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Please clarify.
your
I was
name
very
is stupid.
confused.
Anyway, I can get both of
Xbox's
them,
name.
put them side by side, and you can't tell the freaking difference. You know how you know the difference? My freaking controller that keeps disappearing over to this side of the room and that side of the room,
Right.
that says right on it Scorpio.
That
That's
sounds
it.
like a personal play. That
It is.
The only thing that I want to say is that
It's literally a black controller, and all it says is Scorpio right on it.
for
Give me a
like,
little.
you
blade
had
and
me
scratch that out.
until like you misplaced the controller over here.
I didn't
over
over
here.
here. No, that was my point. My point was that.
I still he just literally trying to say that I stole his controller.
Correct.
So it's whatever. You know what? The controller's happy in my hands. You know what?
No, it's
But
not.
anyway,
Get off that controller.
Anyway,
So
so
yours would crack.
sir, not because of me. Not because
That's
of
kind
me.
of sad.
It's just been through. It's just like me, and it been through some
No,
things.
it's
You know,
because no,
my controller. You know what? I'm gonna put a wolf on that injured controller.
He
He's gonna
literally-
call the broken wolf.
No.
You know why? Because that controller been through some stuff.
No,
Okay.
it's 'cause
You know
he said-
why?
He said
Because it's broke.
yeah, because he uses the same controller for over 4 years, and because of that, there are buttons that pop off.
Look,
Damn.
look.
Damn.
It's just sometimes I get very intense. If you see me game, I'm a stander. I'm into it, and sometimes specifically on Smite when people try to underestimate me and be like, "Bro, you ain't supporting." I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about? I put wards. I fucking had you. You just need to retreat." But you know, that's just me. But anyway, back to the Xbox.
So I just want to reiterate my question because I still haven't got that question answered. Why is it so? Because just recently, my missus, like the day that the pre-order was out, like they just like, "Oh, you can pre-order now." My missus said, "You know what, Steven? Go ahead, pre-order it." And I was like, I don't know what to do. Should I pre-order it today? Is it important to do it today?
Yes.
Or should I wait? Like, I mean,
So this is still on the topic of Xbox in particular.
Oh no,
right?
it's just
Oh, it's
Okay,
just
because I'm
Just
wondering,
pre-ordering.
I have not pre-ordered the Xbox, but I did the PlayStation, and I'm wondering how that worked out between the two. Like, what would you say was more seamless? Because there was a lot going on with the play. Really?
I disagree. Me personally, I disagree because in PlayStation, you say PlayStation. I got one after staying up at 3 o'clock in the morning and spamming.
But
the
you
freaking
got
button.
one.
If I felt like doing that with Xbox, if I felt like doing that with Best Buy, like on Xbox, like honestly, I would have just like stopped. But honestly, when it came to that, I was tired of it. Like honestly, I'm disappointed with both of them because I just really want them to produce more.
Xbox. All right. So I pre-ordered both consoles.
Mhm.
As far as PlayStation, I was on Best Buy site and I was also on other sites. So I was on Best Buy sites for the PS4. That's where I got my pre-order done. But yeah, all these people went live with their stuff with PlayStation. It was completely disorganized. It was hectic. The reason why I say PlayStation is because PlayStation set forth no expectations to me. PlayStation said, you know what? We're going to launch a pre-order and call it a day. So you know what? When it was a free-for-all like Black Friday, all right. Why? You set forth no expectations.
yeah.
Xbox,
They
you
said
told
they
me a
wouldn't.
time,
Yeah.
a date. You know
Yeah.
where I was? I was at work. But you know what I was doing? I was on my phone waiting for that message to go live. You know what didn't go live? You didn't go live.
Damn.
You know what was even worse? I went to Microsoft.com. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to bite the bullet. I'm going to pre-order for Microsoft. Their webpage
I'm not
was
gonna,
not up.
I'm not gonna take that.
Their
because-
webpage wasn't up to 11.
I'm not gonna take that because
When did Microsoft start paying you?
you can't say no. But they don't say
You're not gonna
They don't
say
pay me. But if you want to sponsor this podcast, let me know. Microsoft, you wanna you recently bought some other companies. You can buy us. I'm just saying. But anyway,
That
While
was
you're acquiring
hilarious.
things.
yeah, while you're fine.
Acquired it.
But I'm just saying, like, I first, okay, to answer your question, me personally, I don't think there's a particular rush to get it right now. It's just, to me, it's just like, as a consumer, I would rather get it now than have to battle everybody on Black Friday and Christmas and everything like that.
Okay.
Like, now it's just, unfortunately for me, it's just like, okay, if I don't get it now, then I'm probably just going to wait the next year.
Okay.
I wanted it now so I can just have it for myself and not have to worry. But I don't like going and shopping, especially with everything going on. I don't even like going online and having to deal with all that.
Yeah.
So for me as a consumer, it was just a sign of relief.
So,
And one little thing that I'll say on what I did appreciate about Xbox, fun if you did go to their website when they did go live.
Which was around 11:30.
Whatever. When they did go live, they told you it was, they had
Time.
extensions to all the different retailers that you could go. They also had payment plans directly on the Microsoft website and several others through the Xbox Access program. So it was numerous different ways for people to get the system. In fact, I feel like it was so easy that it sold out fast.
Yeah.
But that's just my thought.
So the reason why I asked that first question because I want to know, like, before November 22nd, will I have more opportunities?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, according to GameStop, you do. According to other retailers, you don't.
Well, okay.
And the other thing I want to point out is, don't forget, we are still in a pandemic.
Yeah.
So that
Shit
doesn't
goes
mean
out.
exactly.
Quick.
Not only that, but that also doesn't mean that certain parts are in stock in order to make your systems.
Okay.
Let's point out the graphics card that also dropped on the same time period you were able to pre-order the PS5.
Yeah.
They're not talking about the 3800.
I am talking 3800 because that 3800 rumor mill is that you ain't even gonna be able to get that until the year of 2021.
They sold out like 5
Wow.
Yeah, and because they're not your face, yes. Understandably so. But why? Because there's a lot going on in the market. Not only that, let's look at just random things that are simple, like webcams and blue microphones.
Right.
Now
Those
that you
things are
bring it
even
up,
hard to find.
Now that you bring it up, whenever I got my PSVR, I just ordered a headset and just went off based by my controller. But then me and my wife was talking about, might as well get the motion controls. That mug was sold out almost everywhere.
Exactly.
And the places that did have it was selling it for like at minimum $150, at max $200 to $300.
Yeah, for some,
For some motion controls that was originally $64 for a pack.
Yep.
So all I want to say is,
Pre-order
as far
yourself.
as like pre-ordering
No,
the
pre-order
PS5,
burned me.
I don't
pre-orders.
disagree. Like I had a pleasant experience with the PS5 pre-order,
What time did you have to wake up?
primarily because the day before I went to GameStop. I went to GameStop and I was breathing on the glass like this. And I was like,
I'm pretty sure.
Give me the game. give me the consoles. Give me. And they were like, what is wrong with this woman? And I was like, I need it. And they said, okay, fine, come in. Yeah, so
Just read on the window.
I did not have a bad experience. I got mine right away.
Okay.
It wasn't a problem, you know,
So
no
you
line,
see
no
mine-
rush.
so-
I went physically in person though.
So in
I did
person.
that part. I had
Yeah,
to
order
order
mine
mine.
offline. Several GameStops broke curfew policy and were pre-ordering the day before. So maybe you lucked out and got one of those. But
you know,
they were definitely not supposed to do that.
you know,
And
I don't
now that
know.
you're putting them on blast, which location was it exactly?
I don't think they realized what day of the week it was.
Oh,
Potentially.
no, yeah.
I mean, I didn't. I just rolled
Dates
up
are
like
hard
every
to
day of the week.
especially
I was
if
like,
they're
is today the day?
Okay.
Is today the day? And they were
I
like,
had to
she's
be
so desperate.
I
We
was
should
up
just give it to
I
her.
was up till 3 a.m. getting the PS5, and I still say I have a pleasant experience. As long as my pre-order does not get, as long as it doesn't get canceled in any way, shape, or form, and I get my PS5 on launch day, I got no
That's-
complaints.
Okay.
That's one of the reasons why I'm kind of like burned with pre-ordering. Cause remember how I was talking about Cyberpunk 2070, like 2077?
Yeah.
Yeah. Freaking that date got moved, and because of that, my pre-order got canceled. I didn't know about it till like
Where'd you
3
pre-order?
weeks later.
They didn't transfer?
Where'd you pre-order?
I didn't see no transfer anywhere.
Where'd you pre-order?
What is that?
I pre-ordered on PlayStation. The website.
but
What?
see, you got to pre-order through Best Buy
Yeah.
because that date just
That's
got
gotta
moving,
work.
and I pre-ordered one the first date, and it
Wow.
just bounced.
Or just
So-
go in person.
So, I mean, now that
Go in person.
This is
Physically go in person.
and here's
I
my
still haven't
advertisement.
got
This is
it.
my advertisement. Go ahead.
Best Buy, if you want to pay us, for this, you can. Best Buy, I pre-ordered through there. I'll advertise for that.
I want to get my game with Keanu Reeves in it.
Bro,
yeah.
no, that's exactly, I'm not even gonna lie. The whole reason why I pre-ordered Cyberpunk.
That's the majority of America, let alone the world.
Not only did I pre-order the special edition that comes with the Keanu Reeves statue.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yes, when
Wait
he's
a
on
second.
the bike.
Hey, I gotta show some respect.
So-
the fandom is real.
Recently, Xbox pretty much,
He does
we
not
know
play
that they
games.
acquired.
I do.
Metaphorically.
Yes.
Xbox acquired.
Metaphorically.
But yeah, I can't even say it right.
Bethesda.
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 You
But
say it in a
that's-
brutal
Yes,
manner.
Bitch Tesla?
Respect the Xbox.
But
The
okay,
ones that screw everybody over with the video games?
what's up?
The ones that screw everybody over with the half-ass video games?
No, how you gonna say
Here's
that,
the
bro?
Well,
here's the
hey, you know what? I know about that.
No,
I just because I never played Fallout. I heard about Fallout 76 and how
Oh
they continue
my.
Okay, but
to screw people
Elder
over.
Scrolls,
Wait, wait.
Skyrim, and then
No.
if you saw the new game.
But Elder
Star-
Scrolls isn't
Starfield,
fully
Starfield.
Bethesda.
No,
So, yeah.
Bethesda gets assistance from another company. I can't remember which one.
But let's focus on
But
this.
The one that made Outer Worlds.
Right, but hang on, let's focus on this. Fallout, right? Fallout
Yeah.
76. A lot of people bought that game. From what I know, as far as that goes, don't get me wrong, there were problems in the game.
When
but
I was in
overall
the
graphic
Marine Corps,
rendering, the overall
My staff
That's
sergeant
awesome.
had the whole pack. Like he pre-ordered everything.
Because a lot
and
of-
when he got on there, he was the most disappointed man ever.
Oh no.
well, 76, yes.
Yeah.
But Fallout, no. It's because they're just trying to make more money, okay?
Fallout,
And
yes.
why were they?
Fallout, yes.
And why were they trying to make more money? Because clearly they were in trouble, and that's why
Yeah,
Microsoft
exactly.
bought them. And now Microsoft has acquired that,
Well-
so Microsoft is going to be able to put all of their skills behind their upcoming games.
So you can't
So therefore,
necessarily call
not
it
gonna have
much
problems.
Bethesda. It's more of another Microsoft.
I mean, but okay,
But they acquired the licenses
they're-
and titles.
yeah, they're-
It's the same reason why you throw money. You know, sometimes you just throw money at people because you just want their name.
I mean, well, not only
Look at
that,
Apple with Beats.
like Supreme.
not only that, you're
Yeah.
getting more
Same
exclusives.
thing.
Now you're getting more exclusives. They already said that a lot of like the Skyrim games and stuff is going to be included into the Xbox Game Pass or whatever.
Sure.
And now honestly seeing the backing of Microsoft and seeing how right after that announcement they're going to a whole new realm because they have never done like a sci-fi game like they're doing. From like I've seen the screenshot. Like yes, I understand.
So it's a whole new world.
Yes, it's a whole new. But and so far the screenshots of this new game that they're working on reminds me a lot of Mass Effect.
Oh,
Which
Lord, have
I
mercy.
love Mass Effect.
I love
That
it.
It's just everybody.
bittersweet
but
relationship with
I understand completely,
It's a
but it gives me
genre.
hope as a player that hey, that's what I want to see.
Fuck it, they killed me with the Andromeda. Listen, I made I bought like the third one, like how you went all out. I went all out on that one, and I was like, yes. And then afterwards, it's like, oh, we coming out with Andromeda. I was like, oh yeah, I'm finna fucking buy this. And then I was like, you know what, Steven? Fuck pre-order. Let's see how these assholes do with it. And then they sit there, first day, they was like, Andromeda falters. I was like, what?
You don't say.
And I was like, I showed him the video recently because I after I heard it faltered, I was like, I'm not even gonna look at it. I don't even want to touch it. We watched the video recently, and I was just like, bro, I'm so glad I didn't even touch it because I don't want the distaste for Mass Effect to touch me because of that dumbass game they threw out there.
I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
I have a question based on that. So based on just your experience, and I'm sure millions of gamers across the world have had that exact same experience. So based on that, how do we account for Microsoft buying Bethesda, who just faltered with Fallout 76 and is still faltering? And every time they put out an update, they literally go backwards 10 steps and forward 3 steps. They literally are erasing players' inventory. They literally are raising the cost of DLCs. For example, if you want your character to be blue, $10.
Look,
Me-
man.
$10 for
Me
blue.
personally-
Right, but that's the
What?
past. Microsoft always
That's
said
just
no.
what-
But
that's
see,
just
you can
what-
push it
No,
over
no,
something
All I'm
forward.
saying is if you already have a company who is dead set on microtransactions, how is Microsoft really going to change that? All they're going to do is put more money, so maybe we get a good Skyrim 6, and maybe we get another good
Hey,
Fallout,
come
but
on.
it's still going to be laced with microtransactions.
But no, you can't.
Microtransaction has never said they're against, like Microsoft is microtransactions king.
The reason why I'm not worried
Doom
about that.
Eternal was the shit. They're going to fuck it up, alright? Doom Eternal was Bethesda's only good game that they've had in the last decade.
You can't say that.
Yes, I can. Fallout was good the last. Alright, Fallout 4 was good.
Elder Scrolls, like the whole thing
on an old
is.
engine.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls 5 is good,
the
but
reason
it's on an old engine.
The reason
And
why I'm
it has
not
more
worried
age
about it
left.
is because what did people say?
It's okay.
What did people want?
I like how we had that
Exclusives.
whole conversation while y'all was just losing it.
No, exclusives are great, but
No,
if you don't have
okay,
a game engine to run exclusives,
Wait.
I don't care.
The
I don't care about
the
your
whole
exclusives.
argument was exclusives. Exclusives are
That's
not
all
online.
PlayStation.
Are not online games.
That's
Exclusives
only
are not
for
online
PlayStation.
games. So if I'm looking at
Fucking
this
hell.
as somebody that grew up on playing Elder Scrolls and all that stuff, I'm looking at it more for the single player games. Honestly, I think the reason Bethesda has never done a good job on the online market. They're still trying, but on their single player games, they knock them out the park. I come back. People constantly still play Elder Scrolls and mod it out and everything. The original Fallout is
all
still
their
great.
great single player
yeah.
games are last
Well, I
gen.
mean, you
But
can't
all
really
it-
give
Fallout
Bethesda
76
all the credit
flop.
for Elder Scrolls because a good chunk of Elder Scrolls was yet again alongside with another company, which they actually put more work into it than Bethesda did, and they got shortchanged by them.
But now you got Microsoft. Though.
But Microsoft.
I mean, now you got. Wait. Listen.
No,
I'm not-
We're
But
trying to
Microsoft.
but we're trying to get,
Microtransactions,
we're
yes.
trying to get
but
Bill Gates
Microsoft.
up to buy it.
Okay, so would you? Okay, if the rumor is true, do y'all think actually Microsoft did buy Sega? Do you feel like they did? And if they did buy Sega, what do you feel like?
Bro,
would that change it?
Hey, that's not a cheap
if you
buy.
would said Nintendo bought Sega, I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
See, and the
because
reason,
they work together.
yeah. So the
Because
reason,
Microsoft has worked with Sega.
Their
in the
first
past.
And then-
games are featured on
And
the systems, but they
it was
were
games that was
No.
made
But like-
mostly for Nintendo.
Nintendo, yeah.
But
like-
branched out to
Yeah,
the other
but like
systems.
let's look at stuff like Sonic and Mario Olympics,
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like that. Is
Yeah.
why I would say
Big
Nintendo
Nintendo.
bought
Yeah.
Sega would understand because they have multiple games where you have Mario and you have Sonic.
Yeah.
Right, you don't see Master Chief.
In fact,
Yeah.
originally
Yeah.
they were
Don't get me
competitors.
wrong. if Master Chief
Originally,
bought
they
Sonic,
started out
but-
as competitors against each other,
Yep.
with Sonic being Sega and Mario being Nintendo. And then after a while, that beef just squashed after they
Yeah, because
Genesis
Sega
went
couldn't make a good
out the
game
door.
console.
Whoa! Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's shots fired.
That's
Shots fired.
Listen,
Shots
I love
fired.
Dreamcast.
No,
I love the
Dreamcast.
Dreamcast. I grew up on
The
the
Dreamcast
Dreamcast.
was the best.
Point this out. No, let me point this
Round
out.
one.
It was the best.
Sega's problem,
Except for
and I stand by this. Sega's problem as far as consoles were, one, they never actually invested money into the actual consoles.
it was
focused-
mostly the game.
They focused too much on development and always coming out with the next big thing. Sega was the first console that brought you the disc.
Yup.
Sega was also the first console that
Yes,
brought you
of
the
course.
memory card,
Of course.
which
of
are
course.
all have completely revolutionized the gaming industry. So to tell
Yes.
me that their console is not the best console
Listen.
of
listen.
that era,
As a man that
Dreamcast,
has
Sega,
suffered
Saturn.
with buying game systems a year
Wait.
too late, apparently.
that's no, but that's
Because Dreamcast, I bought a
What was
Dreamcast.
PlayStation back then? What was Xbox back then?
I buy
it was Nintendo and Sega.
But Sega was the one who was pushing the button.
Yo.
Really, Nintendo was just like, nah, man, I'm just gonna keep giving you the cartridges. Now that situation has reversed
Yo.
because Sega said, we bowing out. I literally did not buy I wasn't gonna buy a PlayStation. I wasn't gonna buy
Me
Xbox.
neither.
I was
Me
waiting for Sega
neither.
to come out with their
And
console.
then all of a
I
sudden
knew their
one day
console
it
was
was
gonna be
like,
shit.
no system,
Yeah,
no more
it was
games.
like-
I was like,
What? I flipped tables.
To switch it up. Oh
and I couldn't afford to buy an Xbox or PlayStation at that point because I spent all my money on those goddamn games. You know what? I'm sorry.
that's why you're
I
I
have
understand now.
to. This is why I'm not that
You're
big of a
the
gamer
investment.
because
You're
every
the
time I
investment.
buy a fucking game system, they come out and say, "Hey, we got a new system coming out next year." I'm like, oh, really?
So the real reason you hate Sega is because you were scorned by them because they came out with their systems
And
too quickly. Which I
Exactly,
agree.
and that's
Yeah,
why
I
I'm
agree.
pre-ordering
Sega Saturn
a
was
fucking
only out for like
Xbox one day. I
Sega
don't know
Saturn was
when.
only out for like 2 years and then you're on Dreamcast.
So, because I'm not about to be left out in this game system life no more.
But Steven, you don't have to.
What
do
game-
that. You
what
can get the
game-
Series S for $300. You don't have to spend $500.
No, I want the 500 one. I want because I
No, you
But
want
then they're gonna
no.
come out with the $500 one.
no.
I guarantee you within like a
No,
year or two, there's gonna be
I'm
an
not
Xbox
aware.
One Series
Wait,
S2,
anyone-
Series Z,
anyone
with the
who-
brand new shit.
Anyone who buys the Xbox Series X for $300, you get ripped.
Oh boy.
I never
Anyway.
get rid of
I don't
Yes,
get
for
it.
the extra.
Anyway, as soon as
The amount of
stop
things you get for the extra $200, crazy. You get double the amount of storage, you get double the amount of memory, your processing speed is better
I was about
overall,
to say,
and you get addition.
I'm not-
Don't get me wrong.
I'm not getting
the only
that
difference
shit
in the
until like
if
I
someone,
get a terabyte.
right, but if someone gets the PS5 digital edition, I get you.
convinced me to
Because
buy an Xbox.
The digital
that
and
is
the
like,
disc
what,
edition, the
250
only
gigs
difference
and
is a
like-
disc.
Bro,
I
anyway,
can't
to
even
switch
get
topics,
three games.
I mean, I
we're
still
gonna go ahead and
Oh, no, I did too.
I can't do
Switch
Alright.
topics.
So, we're gonna start it off with
We
what
should have a
game?
gavel.
What's up? My God.
A gavel. Just like
I could,
whenever
but
shit like
The Wolf don't need that. You know,
I
the Wolf.
still need to talk to you about Kingdom Hearts.
The Wolfkins is
Because
house.
Whenever.
But we're gonna get into that next. But here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and do the pitch. What games are y'all looking forward to? That because we mentioned next gen.
It
What
was.
game-
Call
what
of
games are
Duty.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty Cold War.
Now why?
Did you see that trailer though?
I saw the
More
trailer.
Did you see that trailer?
More like Call of Duty Old War.
You're such a sucker. Such a sucker.
And I saw when they were driving the RV. Hold up. When the remote control RV was tracking down the plane on the trailer, I knew that was bullshit. This is some Fast and Furious 7 shit. Alright? You're telling me an RC car can track down a plane
Such a sucker.
and then the car pops over and
It
doesn't.
had
You might as well buy
Nice.
Madden NBA 2K as well.
Wait. There's a name for something like this. It's called a cash grab.
Yes, Madden and 2K. You'd be happy with those as well.
I mean, World War II was
They
a
should
big
bundle
game.
them all together.
So for them to do the Cold War is a big piece of history that there aren't too many video games on. They did do Black Ops 1, which is
I
basically
mean,
that.
the
But
Cold War was a broad spectrum, to be honest,
But it
because
was-
there was,
Right.
It
it
made
was
the
us
Cold
against
War look
Russia
like it wasn't all that cold.
as a whole.
You know what I'm
It didn't matter what it was. It could be the next car. We don't get this shit.
If
We
you
don't
don't
want
learn
them
about the
to.
Cold War, watch Rambo. Okay.
Oh my goodness, really?
Seriously.
Look, as far as looking forward to, I understand people's argument whenever they say Miles Morales. Honestly, that's the only game I could really think of right now.
What? Horizon.
Horizon, yes.
Horizon.
All right.
Come on.
Finally, with the cosign.
Horizon,
I cannot wait.
No.
Horizon.
The other thing I'll say is the reason why I'm actually excited for the next gen consoles is because I already have games that look really good graphics wise. I want to
Yes.
see how they look on the next gen
Yes.
consoles.
Yes.
That's really
Yes.
it. Like I got Avengers,
Yeah.
I'm grinding in Avengers right
Yes.
now. I see all the details.
Yes.
Like when I punch somebody, I see the hair ripple, and I'm like,
No,
ooh.
the sweat fly off.
Yes,
Yeah.
seriously.
Sweat fly off.
Would you
of
have to
people.
start over again if you
No.
took over the
No.
next
No,
They don't let you start
I
over,
looked
right?
it.
Once you
Oh
get
no,
to
I looked it. Oh no, I looked it up. I
Cause
looked that mess up. That was the first thing I looked up.
You get
Because
stuck.
GTA did that same shit. Where
I
it
don't
was
like
like
that.
the
I
next
don't like
gen
that.
came out,
Yeah.
but you had to start right
Oh
over.
no, you don't have to start over. All your data still transfers. You're still good to go. You can still play. Have a great time. Enjoy. But like, I'm really excited to see that. I'm really excited to play Miles Morales. All right, I love that Spider-Man game. I'm excited to replay that Spider-Man game all over again, just on my PS5,
Okay.
What
It's
about
gonna
you,
be-
Bert?
because those graphics were dope.
They look pretty amazing. I know.
Exactly.
Are you looking for
All
any
right.
games in particular?
So I'm going to take a little bit of a two-part answer. I'm going to address what y'all were just talking about, and then I'm going to say the game that I'm looking forward to. So one thing that does piss me off when it comes to next gen, PlayStation and Xbox, is there are companies out there who are charging more for you to upgrade from PS4 to Xbox to PS5 or Xbox One Series X to Xbox. For example, NBA 2K21 is one of them right now.
You gotta
If
pay
you
$10.
go out today and spend
Really?
$60 on 2K21, but then the next gen comes out, you have to buy it again.
No,
Or there is another option. You can go with the $99 version, which allows you to upgrade, but supposedly does not allow you to transfer your saves.
Y'all are paying money.
$100 for the same
you
shit.
will get the same new shit on the next gen,
Go outside
but whatever
and play
progress
basketball.
you do between now and November, you wasted your time.
But so far, they
You're not going
and
to
they
wait.
talk. You don't have to buy a whole
Exactly.
new
So
game
what's the
over.
point?
You
What's
just
the point of
pay
me
$10.
spending $60 now if I'm going to spend $70 in November
Yeah.
and lose everything I do between now and November, which is about 45 days worth of content? You can
Well,
do
from
quite
the
a lot.
sounds of it, Marvel's the only exception because apparently they're like
Free upgrade.
Yeah, free
Yeah,
upgrade.
and there
No,
are
it's a-
comes out there.
there's a lot
Cyberpunk
of-
2077.
Yeah, free upgrade.
Free upgrade.
There's
FIFA.
and the thing is,
Free upgrade.
right? But hang on. But the thing is, I'm not even gonna put that.
So if y'all don't know, like James Bond, they're casting right now. We know Daniel Craig, he's pretty much doing his last movie.
That's cool. I'm fine with
You
it.
know,
But
they said the last one was the last movie.
Henry
so-
Cavill
He's not
says he
impressed.
wants to be James Bond.
I got a
He
quick
can
Who
sit
question.
doesn't
down.
he want to be?
He can sit down.
like
I got a quick question.
So if y'all don't know, like James Bond, they're casting right now. We know Daniel Craig, he's pretty much doing his last movie.
That's cool. I'm fine with
You
it.
know,
But
they said the last one was the last movie.
Henry
so-
Cavill
He's not
says he
impressed.
wants to be James Bond.
I got a
He
quick
can
Who
sit
question.
doesn't
down.
he want to be?
He can sit
I
down.
don't like
I
it.
got a quick question.
What's up?
For every James Bond character to ever been on cinema, freaking, how many years had the main actor, or how many movies has the main actor?
They at least done 4.
Because I know the first one, freaking, does like the most.
Yeah,
And
Sean
that
Connery.
movie-
Sean,
Yeah,
no,
Sean
but he's not
Connery
even the
was
first one.
Yeah.
There are
Yeah.
people
No,
before
no,
Sean
yeah,
Connery.
it was before.
Sean
no,
Connery
it
is
was
just
one
the-
person before Sean
Right,
Connery.
no,
That's when
there's-
it became
there's-
mainstream.
No, there's a
That
few
was the
people
first
before
one.
Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is. There's a few people before Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Sean
Because
Connery is
there's
just the
like
most iconic
five-
Yeah.
James Bond.
There's like 5 of them all together. Well, 6.
Nah,
No,
it was way more than that.
No, see, and that's the thing. People miss.
See, you
there's
miss.
one. There's one that you miss, and he only played one movie.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's the one where he falls in love, gets married, and his wife died. I hate that I
Uh-huh.
forget his name.
No.
But
But
that
no,
was
but my-
I know it-
great.
Yeah. No,
movie.
but my grandmother is a James Bond fan. That's the only reason I know that. But
Oh.
the reason why, but the reason why I say Daniel Craig is not
My dad's
that,
James
and the
Bond
reason why I
fan.
say Daniel Craig is not all that is because Daniel Craig's James
Oh,
Bond
yeah,
is
Daniel Craig.
he. No, the problem is Daniel Craig's James Bond is the same James Bond that Sean Connery plays. So, because he chose that James Bond
You're talking
to
about as far
play,
as timeline?
it's
No.
as far as like character wise.
Character.
Because you have
Character-wise.
different types
All
of
his
James Bond.
characters-
Like
Yeah.
people who know James Bond, there's different types.
Yeah.
You have the gadget
Right.
James Bond.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
the physical James
Yeah.
Bond.
Yeah.
And
Daniel
those are
Craig
like-
is not
James
Gadget James
Bond.
no,
Bond.
he's physical James Bond,
Right.
and that's the
Because
same
there was
one that
one
Sean
James
Connery
Bond
is
that was
primarily
more
until
than
towards like the
Oh,
end
it's
of the time period that
crossed
Sean Connery was playing James Bond. He started to use more technology, but in the
Yeah.
beginning, he was
But-
just like Daniel Craig,
but-
and Daniel Craig is
You-
not Sean Connery.
You know what? Listen, I understand where you're coming from with that point, and I agree with you. But the thing is, Sean Connery. That's what when I first saw James Bond, it was Sean Connery. So
Yeah.
like when I saw him acting, I was like, yo, and then see the resolution and all that stuff. Like just
So well,
take
let me change it up. So if not Henry Cavill to be the next James Bond, who would you rather have, or who are you waiting to see?
I just want 007 to die already.
I think Joe
I'm
Quinn.
sorry.
I think Joe Quinn would be fun.
Like, there's a lot.
He has an
You gotta
interesting, quite a bit. Like I think maybe you're attached to him in a certain role, maybe.
No.
But I just see his
No.
his range
No.
and his ability as
I'm
just
so
being.
sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. There's only one person that is worthy of being James Bond at this
What?
moment.
Who?
Tom Hardy.
What?
Yes.
Fight me on that one.
I give him
Fight
that.
me on that one.
Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy.
Have you seen the
Have
movie?
you seen his mafia
Tom-
movies?
Tom-
Have you seen his
Tom-
his other
Well, what I
action
was
movies?
what I was really hoping is there's two things that I want from James Bond. One, I want an original script because I don't want your remakes
Obviously.
like
Obviously.
that
Obviously.
and that in and of itself I think hurt Daniel Craig as James Bond because
Yeah.
he was doing remakes that they were modernizing.
And the
Get outta here,
story
bro.
was so-
It falls apart. There's
and
too many
like, yeah,
holes.
they trying to connect
But
it.
that's
and it was
that's
like-
one thing. So I need an original script. The other thing that I need is I really just wanted somebody brand new. Like I want you to go street casting. I want you to find somebody off the street, and I want you to get him, her, whoever. I don't care if you black, white, Asian, male, woman, whatever. I just want it to be somebody brand new.
Brand new.
Hasn't
okay.
really had either like an illustrious acting career
Yeah.
or
Okay.
not prominent,
I'm down.
and you put him in there. Like
Yeah.
when Pierce Brosnan first got picked for 007.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in Hollywood. Yeah, he did some minor films, but he wasn't, oh, that's Pierce Brosnan. You know what I mean?
So
He
cheesy,
just,
though.
Yeah.
bro, that's because he was Gadget James Bond, and he did a good job at Gadget James Bond.
But he's so cheesy. Those pickup lines.
That was his point.
Like.
Thank you.
That was his point.
I got it.
He served his point. His point was to be the cheese gadget guy, and that's exactly what he was,
But he-
and he did well.
You know what? He hated that role at the end of the
Oh
day.
no, I know he hated it. That's why as soon as he could, he said, I'm done being 007. You know what else I saw? I saw him play in other movies.
Oh no, like The
I
Foreigner.
was one of my-
When he played The Foreigner, like I was like, yo, if he was able to be that character, so far as like being like it's serious.
And that's the thing about James Bond, which we can clearly tell, is that it's all about the writers when it comes to 007.
Yeah,
because
that's true.
That character has so much baggage.
Yeah, there's no argument on that.
Exactly.
If you watch every James Bond movie over again, you can notice that in comparison to the action movies, there's not a lot of action.
No.
Well, it's not even about the action for me. For me,
it's more story driven.
It's story driven, but like even past that, because like I've been able to travel a lot of places, and it's the settings. It's really like the settings. Like James Bond doesn't stay in one place for too long. It's like he goes to 4 different countries for like 30. Yeah, it's beautiful.
I just want to ask. So let's say they do make James Bond a woman. Will we have Bond guys? Would y'all be down to see Bond guys? And
I don't.
Absolutely.
After WoW came out,
Bring in the cast of Magic Mike.
Wait, look, we already have a James Bond woman. We already have
We're
a James
ready
Bond
for
woman.
it.
008 in the new movie that's supposed to come out. 008 is a black African American woman.
Halle Berry?
Feeding her grace.
No, not Holly Berry in that one role, which was
She's supposed to get
amazing.
it.
Holly Berry did get an amazing role in that one movie. We all know.
Where she was basically a female
008
James
in the
Bond,
new
and she
movie,
killed it.
which I forget.
She killed it.
Because I'm not
I
a huge
love
007 fan. I'm sorry.
no, but okay. So what is her role in that movie?
I thought she was supposed to replace Double. I mean, the movie's not out yet.
No,
I
we
don't
don't know.
But I thought she was supposed to replace
Maybe
007.
she will, and then maybe we'll get original
008.
scripts, and it'll
That
Yeah,
sounds
that's
like,
Or at least replace Daniel Craig.
It doesn't sound like a serious 007 movie. Like if they actually had the actress in a 007.
There are other 00s.
Yeah. No, there's a movie
Okay,
just
well,
called James Bond.
No, but
Freaking,
it's
it's not that. It's the fact of like, would they actually play her as like a James Bond-esque character in that 008
well, like
instead of just
In
some
the
random
trailer,
agent?
So,
in
no,
the
but this
trailer,
is-
she looks excessively violent and messes with James
That can
Bond.
be
Yeah.
any.
but here's the
Pretty
other thing.
much.
So
Yeah,
this
you're
is
right. It could
so-
be a villain.
Right, but here's one thing that James Bond has never addressed, but it is in James Bond. So, you know, like the leader of the corporation. That's one.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one. No, I mean like that's her number. Her number is 1.
Okay. Yeah.
And the thing is, as you progress in the 00, you move up.
Yeah.
So the thing is,
Yeah.
Daniel Craig's character could die, and 008 could literally turn into 007. They just never address 007 moving up that rank, which is one thing I always wanted to see. I always wanted to see. I wanted to see
Yeah.
007 move up,
Yeah.
and like where 007 becomes 1, and you got a whole new 007, and it's the old 007 that's coaching the new 007.
Yeah.
That would blow my mind. I'd be hyped. But as far as Bond guys go, I'm cool with it. As long as you don't do the the extreme. Like if it's equal, it's fine. But if all of a sudden you just got like you said, the cast of Magic Mike. So if all of a sudden you're like, oh, I gotta
That's
go to
what
a
I'm
strip
talking
club
about with that
in order to make
008.
this work.
All
That's what I'm
I'm
talking about
saying
with
is have the
008.
great energy
Yeah.
of the Bond movie
Yes.
before.
Exactly. If it comes to
And
the
it
same
should
energy,
be
it's fine.
okay.
You gotta
Maybe
take
a little topless.
Wait.
You gotta take the same sexual energy.
Same energy. Yeah.
Same energy.
Come at me with the same energy. Don't hit me with more. If you hit me with more,
That's
that's
what
gonna
I'm
turn me
saying.
on.
Freaking out. I wouldn't want that 008. Sorry. I wouldn't want that 008 movie to like be a parody as opposed to like
Yeah, no, I want you
like
to
she
say real.
is legit
Yes.
playing them motherfuckers.
Yes.
You know
That's
what?
what I
though?
want.
This is what I want to say. If you look at like all the female action movies that came out, women movies that came out recently, Ava is the latest one that came out. But we can go down the list of all the ones that came out where it's the lead female woman role and she's like kicking ass. Like with that being said, like they've shown like they can be sexy and still be like an agent.
like that.
Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Angels.
And it's not like they just going like, hey,
I mean,
I need to throw my body out. It's like, no, they show, like, they go tell you, like, this is a necessary thing for me, you know?
All that
I
I'm saying.
feel like I would find it refreshing to have a lead female that's not even necessarily sexy, but that's just a
I just want her to
badass.
be
You know what I
gangster.
mean? Like I'm talking
Yeah, I just want
like
gangster. Yeah.
Like
I mean-
she comes in with that energy where
Yeah.
she's just whooping everybody, and she's
Yeah.
not done up with makeup and busty and doing all this.
Hey, she don't even have to be there.
Like, how cool would that be?
No.
She just like
Well, no, like
knocking heads.
No, but for instance, Netflix, the old guard, right?
The old guard,
Charlize
yeah,
Theron was in
exactly.
there. Charlize Theron, she is old, but man, she is still fine.
Exactly.
And she was whooping
and
up.
that's what I
She
meant.
was
That's what I
working.
meant. And I
She literally
apologize.
had one axe, took out 64 people,
Yeah.
and the dudes were just like dying. And I was
Yeah.
like, y'all punks.
And that's what I mean.
She rocking this mess.
To go ahead and
And
change
that was
things up.
fire.
I just want a classic gangster.
Yes, that is what I want.
So just
By
saying
far.
thing up, I don't know if y'all watched it, but Rent a Girlfriend, it's an anime. It recently ended. So the reason why I bring this anime up is because it's fire.
I
It's
haven't
fire.
seen it.
You
I
definitely
need
need
to
to
see
see
it.
it.
Okay,
So-
it's fire, and for the average viewer, and for those who have not seen it, what the title inspires in your imagination is not what happens.
So the
It
reason why
kind of is what happens,
It
but it's so
is.
much more than that.
But I feel like just from the title alone, you're already thinking maybe depravity or
The-
some other type of
No,
It's-
no,
it's
it's literally
drugs.
renting. No, it's just no, it's
so
service.
wait, hold on.
Okay, all right.
Great.
So
Sorry,
the
that's
reason
the
reason
word.
why I bring the anime up is because no one, if you haven't watched it, definitely check it out. But it's a good anime that shows the different sides of anime. So what I want to know is like what has been that anime for y'all? Like that kind of shows you the because I think a lot of people when they think about anime they think it's nerdy it's whatever same thing like cartoons. So when it comes to anime, what has been that anime for you?
Are we
that
talking
kind of
older, like the original
Anything,
classics,
yes,
or like?
Because for me, I guess I'm talking first, but for me, it has been Death Note. I'm on episode 30, and there's only one season, but like that, like just like the mindset, like just like the
Oh, like the constant.
dude, yeah, and like you're kind of rooting for the guy, but yet you're a dick. So it's just like I'm like to see like anime can go that direction. It was like, fuck, man, I love that. Cause like for me, and this is one of the reasons I'm so glad to be here because like I always like I watch Dragon Ball Z. I watch the typical animes, right? But like I've never been able to dig deep into it. So I'm like, what is a good anime? Like I don't know what qualifies it. But after watching that, I was like, yo, this is a really good anime.
And I would, just before we continue, I wouldn't even say there's necessarily a standard on what's a good anime. I think it is.
It's so subjective.
I think there's things that we expect from anime, but what you mean?
I would say, as far as anime and what classifies as a good anime, it's anything that truly moves you.
Okay.
That's what it means.
So it's a personal preference.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like there's some good animes that don't move me at all. They're just hilarious.
No, but
and
like,
I'm just like,
no,
you know
but
what?
that's
I'm
even-
moved in a fun, like, this is humorous.
That's still but that's still moving you.
It's still
You know what I mean?
It triggers some
Yeah,
so
it
maybe
triggers
don't be
some
more.
type of emotion from you that you
Okay.
otherwise would not have, which
Okay.
literally the anime inspired directly in you.
I
okay.
have two. So one is Vinland Saga. That mug.
Good choice.
Wow, as hell.
Hope he gets.
And whenever everybody was talking about Attack on Titan, freaking whatever, I'm like, nah, Vinland. Then talk to me. And then after that would be Dorohedoro. The one that just came out.
It's so good.
It's good. It messes with you.
Yeah, it needs a.
I want to know who the hell took his head.
No, for me, it needs a second season
Yeah,
in order
it
for
does.
me to like definitely say that.
Yeah.
Because like I can completely understand why you said that about Vinland Saga. Because don't get me wrong, does Vinland Saga need a second season?
Yes, definitely.
But did it definitely answer some questions you had? Absolutely.
Yes.
You know. But yeah, that's just how I have to say.
That was
I
a
feel like
beautiful-
out of things that are like what you expect, obviously, like a lot of you guys, I started watching anime at like 6, and it was of course the Dragon Ball Z and
Yeah.
the Big O and
Yeah.
All Star, all these
Yeah.
guys, right? What I would say I didn't expect in an anime, and I was kind of late to this party, but I actually really like Agretzko. Like it's so odd, and I wouldn't have thought to ever look at it, right? But my kids ended up watching, and I'm like, oh, they're watching a cartoon. I sat down and watched it. I was like, this is adult as fuck. Like, she's getting done in the back of a limo. Like there's some stuff going on.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. I am assuming that that's what's happening.
A little extra going on?
There's like some romance themes, and then there's parts where you really are sitting here like, man, that's life though. Like she's trying to like make money and like get by, and she's dealing with like relationship issues and issues with her boss, and like it's kind of cool in a way to where it's relatable, but it's different.
Okay.
You love Rent a Girlfriend.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, because it addresses a lot of just like so. Alright.
I don't know how to talk about it without talking about it.
Why you ain't on the subject? What's your anime?
Like I'm trying not to say it, like just go check out That's My Friend because I like talk about it a lot. But like
No, I just talk about Rent a Girlfriend because Rent a Girlfriend is literally amazing. I personally feel, and I even say this in one of my videos, that I personally feel that it's an anime where if anybody watches it, anyone can take away something from it. Just because of how real that real world is. And it's on both sides. Both for the like male protagonist and female protagonist in it. Stuff that goes on, don't get me wrong, am I saying that all women are gonna be in, like rent themselves out to be a girlfriend for somebody? No, but just what goes on is just so real.
What about you?
But for me, the anime, it's just like some cheesy stuff, like Air Gear, even for instance.
Oh my god!
Like Air Gear was my jam. Like that.
That's his.
See, I only watched like the first 3 episodes. I know it has a plot, but I couldn't get past it for me. I'll get to it one day. I'll go back. Every so often when I don't have anything else to watch, I watch another episode of Gintama, and I'm just like, bruh, like, because I've seen some of the later episodes, and it's super dope.
Hilarious.
Yeah, and it's hilarious, but he like does some cool stuff, and then he just like falls and trips and makes a joke, and I'm like, this is good. And then I watch like where it starts, and I'm like, bro,
it does have a slow beginning.
Do you know how mad that makes me though? At some point, because there's so many good animes that I watch that have fired first seasons that don't get renewed.
Yeah.
So sad. That's what ends up happening when I watch Gintama. I just kind of get upset because I start thinking about all these animes that I want to continue.
What about you, Bert?
For me, one of them is going to be Steins Gate. That's one of my big animes for me that can make you feel every type of emotion. There's comedy, there's horror, there's murder, there's mystery, all types of stuff. And like whatever you expect to feel from a time travel anime, it doesn't make you feel those things. It makes you feel more human emotions about how you feel about your relationships with your friends who may or may not be your friends, stuff like that. But it's very interesting as far as the different types of genres presented to you in a single anime. A lot of them do like to stick to purely action, purely comedy, purely drama, whereas this one kind of incorporates a little bit of everything in a very wholesome way that you don't find like interrupts the flow.
For me, I'm gonna go back, like, to me, the anime that kind of showed me, like, damn, I was really into anime when it was Case Closed, because it was like, Case Closed to me was very different. It was like something that, I'm the action guy, Dragon Ball Z grew up on it, Trigon, all of the other ones, and then seeing Case Closed come on, especially, it came on Adult Swim, and it was one of the ones. It was one of those ones that wasn't really advertised that much, but when it came on, it was like.
Did you watch Tenchi Muyo as a kid?
I did.
That was the shit.
So I have a question. What got you guys into anime? Because for me, like Death Note. Bullying. Really?
Yeah.
How so?
You guys never been bullied before?
Oh yeah.
I retreated into manga and anime. It was like I'd see the kid that's like down and out, you know, and you see him and he's getting like, beat down and stuff, and then he changes everything, starts whooping ass the whole rest of the season, and that inspires you. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna be cooler than these kids.
Okay.
I'm gonna be better than these. I'm gonna be the best. But it really helped.
You know they're coming out with a DJ anime finally.
No.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You're a kid. See, he's just playing with God.
I literally saw it the other day. I haven't looked into it, but literally in the title it literally says DJ, and they're on disc jockeys, and I was like, what?
It's gonna be like the drama behind the scenes.
No, I don't think so. I think it's literally gonna be a full on
like food
almost like
style, but
like a tutorial. This is how DJs do things. This is how the skill set is. This is how competitive it is. Because that's the job. That's what's starting to happen with anime. Is they're becoming tutorials. and it's amazing, and I love it.
That's really cool.
Oh yeah,
I would watch it.
Oh, I'm
Sitting here like I just learned something.
yeah.
See, you got me over here just like making it sound like I'm scratching records.
I mean, to me, like.
But Tokyo Ghoul though.
I still gotta watch it. I still gotta watch it.
It's the third season. Don't know why.
I'm on that into Tokyo Ghoul.
As far as
I'm a DJ, not a singer.
To me, it wasn't that hard.
That's a guy,
because
by the way.
I grew up
I know, I love
I grew up with comic books and superheroes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So anime has a lot of the similar feel to what comic books did for me.
Okay.
Like one of the reasons why I like Marvel so much is because they make you relate to the characters.
Yeah.
And that's what happens when it comes to like anime. And it's like to me the best anime have character development. And it's so I'll see these characters grow and that gives me hope. It's like, man, I can keep improving or whatever. And it's like so it's just like being to see those characters and grow and stuff, that honestly gets me hyped.
Yeah.
Nothing disappoints me more in an anime if I see a character doing the same
That's
stuff
static.
over and over and over again.
That's
Yeah.
why Tokyo Ghoul is so cool because the character
They jump from
literally
character to character.
de-rolls. Like instead of becoming this evolutionary, like I'm becoming a better person, I'm becoming this. It's almost like
Lots
watching
of
him
shit.
turn inside out,
Yeah.
and it's so backwards and
Gotcha.
twisted and amazing. If you just watch it, it's almost like watching Alice in Wonderland. Like you expect something to be a certain way, and then it's just like, haha, look at this, I'm an invisible cat.
Yeah.
Ta-da.
I got amnesia.
Wait. What got y'all into anime?
For me, it was my dad because he started off with Dragon Ball. Everybody back in the 80s was reading Dragon Ball back then. And so, freaking from there,
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry.
then Transformers was one of them. Because there was like 50-50. It was like 50% anime, 50% like cartoon. But it was awesome as hell. So my dad got me into anime. But first he got me into comic books.
Wait, the 80s Dragon Ball been out since the 80s?
Yeah.
it's like late 80s.
But it was late.
No, we talking about not Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball. Which is
That was like
the
that was
first-
Goku when he was
The
a
first one was
kid.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't. See, again, I'm.
Whole nother series.
Oh my god! So before I forget,
I've watched this.
Meanwhile, where are the Dragon Ball video games? What's up? Where are the Dragon Ball Z bullshit?
they're
Dragon
always
Ball.
disappointing.
Look, no, you want to, and I'll tell you. You know, I can tell you exactly how come. The Dragon Ball franchise, although it makes more money than any other anime franchise, is very disappointing. It's because you literally set up an ancestry arc where you like. They could have literally perfected anime just with that and called it a day. Because you set up an ancestry arc. You set it up where you're gonna give the mantle to Gohan and call it a day. Yeah. And instead of doing that, you just kind of like walk out and you just keep bringing Goku back. And I'm just like,
Just keep bringing it. But
Like they try to
They
bring
don't like
Gohan
it.
shot,
No,
but
they-
then for
no,
some
exactly.
reason they
No,
pull him back.
but they do everything to
By making
develop
him a
Gohan
dick
every
in a
time,
fight.
and then they just take it away right at the last second.
Yeah, by
Like,
making
you
him a cocky asshole in the middle.
No.
In the last bit of the fight.
No, it's not even like that. Gohan. Goku is always the cocky asshole. Gohan's like, all right, cool. This is what I gotta do. I gotta do this. I gotta do
Because
that.
remember
I gotta do
in
that.
the Boo saga, whenever like
No, I'm not even
Gohan
talking about
was like,
that. I'm even talking about in the most recent thing, Super.
oh yeah.
Where what they
Oh,
did
yeah.
is they sacrificed him in order to save Frieza.
We're not gonna get you down a rabbit hole.
right, this is
Please
going
say-
very deep.
please
So
say-
taking that red pill.
Please say
Does anybody have any other topics
Same.
before we get out of here?
Well, I wanted to before I forget. So I brought up the whole my getting into anime because of bullying.
Mhm.
I didn't specify really how that happened. I just kind of retreated into that. So my bully used to bully me and tell me that, oh, you're so weird. You're one of those weird people. I bet you watch anime. I bet you watch Dragon Ball Z. And I'd be like, what is that? So that's literally.
How did you really know?
Your
about
bully
that?
gave you recommendations.
Yeah.
Right.
What are you watching?
Right.
What are you watching?
They were
Watching the same shit.
I bet you watch Inuyasha, don't you?
Yeah.
Yes, I do now. Thank you.
like, dang, you bully. Thank you for
Hey,
right?
Hey, if the bullies out there, thank you. For all you bullies out there, for all your haters, thank you.
I threw hands with my bullies. Oh, it's
I feel like he was
sometimes I got my ass whooped, but other times, it was still the principle of the matter.
No, the way I got introduced into anime was I didn't even get introduced to anime. Like true, I don't consider truly or fully I got introduced to anime because I just watched the Adult Swim stuff whenever it was on.
Okay.
I couldn't fall asleep.
Yeah.
But actually getting introduced to anime was whenever I was in college because I watched like all of Naruto. And then I was just like going about my day, and I was like, man, I just said it out loud. I was like, man, I wish Naruto continued. Some random dude was like, oh yeah, they have Shippuden. I was like, what? So I looked it up, and then I watched all of that in like 4 days because I didn't sleep. Once again. I just watched all of it, and then I told a friend of mine, Old Man Torin, I was like, man, Torin. I was like, man, you know what? I really like. I wish there was more stuff like this. And he just opens up his computer, doesn't say a word, just pulls stuff up, and then just turns the computer to me, and he just goes, here you go. And it's like a whole nother world.
Yeah.
And like from there, I just took off.
Yeah.
Like I just started watching every type of anime I could get my hands on. I
Have
just
you
kept
watched
watching.
all of Fooly Cooly?
Yes.
One Piece.
I did.
You can't fully watch all of One Piece because it's so good.
Okay, first and foremost,
I
feel like
No, I'm 3 episodes behind.
I got a question.
I was like leave a
I
little
got
bit
a
of
question.
with One Piece because of how they.
it involves One Piece. So, with how much episodes One Piece has, would it be safe for anybody who's trying to get into One Piece or trying to get back into One Piece to just jump anywhere?
Thank you.
Like they would for
you.
Doctor Who?
Just
Or would they
So the
just
thing
like,
is, you can.
shit, I gotta
Thank
start
you.
back
Great
at
question.
number one?
It
Thank
depends.
you.
It really depends on how you want to do it.
Thank you.
Because the thing is, I'm not gonna say you can't skip episodes
Yeah.
and just continue to watch
There's
because
a lot
of
of
how.
fillers.
Well, I'm not even gonna say it's fillers. It's because of how One Piece story arcs are. They literally define their series are literally arcs.
Yeah.
So if you start from one arc, you're good.
Yeah.
They are going to make
No,
past
they do
references
about
though
Yeah.
to other things that happen. But the great part about One Piece is they also show you flashbacks.
Can I ask y'all, like, how y'all feel about
Yeah,
that?
that's why One Piece is one of the greatest animes because you can start it at any time period and you can easily catch up or at least be immersed.
It was
in
like
the story.
Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, here's all the stuff since it's
Yeah,
been
yeah.
12 years since the last game.
Look,
Here's all our memories.
I'm not dissing the story of Kingdom Hearts 3. I diss the gameplay of Kingdom Hearts 3. You made the gameplay way too easy. You took the strategy out of it, and I don't appreciate that at all.
I only feel like it's with the quick motion control, like quick.
Yeah,
control.
I'm tired. Like I was looking forward to having all the same stuff I had in 2, just to be a little bit
you
more
want to
advanced.
grind a little more.
Yeah, I really did.
Okay,
Like I liked how there was that secret area where you can get like the ultimate Keyblade, but you had to battle Sephiroth or whatever.
Sephiroth
Yeah.
whooped my
Yeah,
ass.
no. So I figured
Several
out.
times.
So I figured out the best way to do it. I literally fought that dude like 100 times, and then I realized, you know what? Because you have no magic power whenever you start to fight him, right?
Yeah.
But you have full magic power before you start.
Yeah.
So if you go level 3 and then you talk to him, guess what? You fight him starting off at level 3. So that's literally how I beat Sephiroth. You literally had 30 seconds.
Wait a
That's how
minute.
long. That's how long. That's how long your magic lasts. So I was like, all right, cool. If I don't beat him in 30 seconds, it's over. It's a wrap. But I beat him and I got that blade. But it was something I only found out through the grind, and it made me appreciate the game so much more.
I mean, I will say, we as gamers, I feel like challenge and grind doesn't get enough credit.
No.
I feel like
No.
There's extremes.
I know.
Like if we're going to like
A lot of
Dark
games do hold
Souls.
your hands on it.
Yeah, no, or even Easter eggs. Like for
Yeah.
instance,
But you
There's-
no,
there's
wait.
barely
Let's
any
bring up
Easter
Dark
eggs.
Souls though.
But-
Because you bring up Dark Souls,
Because
but
there's a
Dark
point
Souls
where
has
it's
made
like-
a name for
by
being
being so
challenging.
hard.
yeah,
Yeah,
And it's like
They
that's
got
also a
just
challenge.
a
Yeah,
little
I know.
bit that like even the creator himself was like, hey, this is almost impossible, but
Yeah.
it still made it a little bit possible. It's like, no, I'd like it to be
I like
like
Demon
25% possible.
I'm
Not like
Demon
I got a
Souls.
1%
Demon Souls
chance
worse
of
than
this
them all.
game.
but that's why I like Easter eggs. I like the little things that just give you like that little boost or little power up that make it that much easier. Like for instance, that blade where you fight Sephiroth, you get that blade. And by the way, after I got that blade, Kingdom Hearts was easy, but I had to grind for that blade, so it was fine. But hang on.
Since you're talking about Kingdom Hearts,
Wait,
you're all on the
Wait,
gameplay.
no, the one.
How do you feel about the story, damn it? How do you feel about the story? Do you want a sequel or not?
No, I would love to continue.
I'm kind of like the other way around on that. Like I feel like I love the
Get
gameplay.
content with it.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. I thought it was great. It was different. Like they had a bit of it could be a little bit more challenging, but I feel like artistically and also just kind of the overall feel of being in battle in the game. You know how sometimes even no matter how the controls are, certain battles just don't feel as good.
I would like
This
them to
was
turn
fun.
into
It
the Dark
was
Souls of freaking Disney.
you collaborated
yeah.
with other
I want
characters
them-
so well.
Because now
Because
hearing you out,
That's
I
what
want
I'm
them
saying.
to be like that.
in two you could change. Like you could be more strength oriented. You could be more magic oriented, and that actually had a purpose. In 3, it didn't matter what I chose because it didn't necessarily have a purpose.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
You see what I mean? Like you took away too much that you had in 2.
Right.
And like that just gave a better option. But like a game, like the last game I played that actually had like really good Easter eggs. Like I'm not even gonna talk about Avengers because I haven't finished it yet. But Super Mario Odyssey, all right, fantastic. I still have not seen the true ending of Super Mario Odyssey. The reason why I say that is because I've tried to look it up and I can't find the video. Okay, if someone has a video, I want to see it because what happens is you play through the whole thing. You collect the moons.
Yeah.
Okay, but the thing is, as you collect moons, you unlock worlds. So as I kept playing, I was just like, cool. So I started playing in my free time. When you collect 300 moons, you unlock a whole different half of the dark. You unlock the darker side of the moon. Most people think the game's over.
Like
It's not.
Right.
And then what happens is you go through and you see everybody throughout all the different worlds, but the level is like 20 minutes and there's no save points. Well, there is like a save point, but it's like,
I don't
Let's
know
say
why
for
I
fun,
instantly thought of Katamari the way that you explained it.
kind of.
That shit is fun though.
It is.
It's stupidly fun.
Yeah. And I played that level for like, I mean, it's probably the most logged game I have on my Switch.
Alright, so it's perfect timing. I'm good with this shit. I'm awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, so we're gonna get back to this topic right here. So when we have looking into the next generation or whatever, we have like the next game. Cool. I don't know what that is. Hopefully that's not something bad. So looking into the next generation of games and stuff like that. Like Destiny is one of the games that they're doing a new thing where with the expansion pass, you have to reinstall the whole game. One, how do y'all feel about? Do y'all feel like that would be a good thing for like would you be willing to re-download the whole game if you knew that you're going to get a whole bunch of new content for a game for free?
Of course.
I mean,
It's not even a
I would
question.
be
For free?
irritated. I'd be like,
Emphasis on free.
why?
Cool.
I mean, but
Right.
like, if you have good Wi-Fi, it shouldn't be a problem.
Nah,
Alright,
the only
I was-
problem I would say I would have with that is you didn't talk about the stuff that they're taking away. No,
Wait, hold on. Right now, we're not focusing about what's going away. We're
Okay.
focusing on Destiny becoming an all-new game. And what I mean by that is why they're requiring the reinstallation of the game, even though you already have 116 gigs of 3 years of content, is because they're completely changing even the original format of the game. Enemy behaviors are going to change. Enemy spawning points are going to change. Your super is going to change. Your movement speeds are going to change. Enemy movement speeds and thought patterns are going to change. So, yeah, you could not install the new version, but then you would have the same shit where you can predict where the enemies are going to be, and it's the same shit you've been doing for the last 3 years. Why not change it? And what some of the things are starting to change is, for example, on Europa, which is now officially the largest Destiny destination there has been, period, is they're going to have the enemies react to player positions. So, for example, if all of the allies are spawning at the bottom of the map, that's where the majority of ads are going to spawn. Instead of spawning 40 ads in an area where there's no players and another 100 ads in another area where there's like 2 players, they're going to spawn all the ads in the area where all the players are. Meaning, if you, me, and Sebastian are on a fire team and we spawn in the same enemy in the same area, we're going to have much more difficult enemies than we would if we spawned by ourselves, which would make more sense. So it's kind of making it a little bit more reactive to the player
My main question
behavior.
I want to have is because I have, as you know, previously expressed,
Yeah.
I do not like when they say this is a free game. But in order for me to truly continue the story, I have to pay you money.
It's free, asterisk.
Yeah,
That's not including your
don't get me
purchases.
wrong.
It's free after you pay
I'm
$60.
fine with it if you are upfront about that. But I don't really see anybody truly being upfront.
I mean,
about
when
that.
you look at it that way, it does look bad. But from the perspective of the player who's been there from the
No,
beginning, not only are you getting the $60 campaign, you're also getting the $50 DLCs for free. So you're getting $110 that I paid of content for free.
Wait, so they're
And
making
of course,
all of
okay,
the
you
DLC
can't
free?
do. No, okay, it's the main campaign and the first 2 DLCs.
Okay.
The next 2 you have to pay for, but that's still $110 worth of content that you're getting for free.
But
and you still get the new locations, you just don't get the missions. You want to go to the moon? Cool, let's go to the moon. Let's do some end-game content. But you can't do the missions with
Okay,
it
no,
because you didn't pay for it.
No, then I'm fine with that. But the thing that I have a problem with is whenever it's like, oh, here's the main story, and then all of a sudden you're just like, oh, they had like this little like tiddlywink in the main story. And they're like, oh,
here's the main
$19.99 to play any
story.
of those.
Here's the main story, but we told you since 2012 or 14 or whatever, since Destiny 1, that this is going to be an evolving story. And if you only want to pay $60 for the first chunk of the preview of the story, that's totally up to you, man. But if you're in for the long haul and you want to discover what happens with the darkness and all the shit that's going on now, with the fact that we've been with the light this whole time, but now we're about to get darkness powers and question our whole motives and everything, or the people we supported and who have been killed off just so we don't go to the darkness, but now we're gonna do this power. Yeah, dude, that's a big deal.
I'm sorry, I can tell you.
From the player perspective, yeah, it doesn't really make that.
Well, I can tell
But
you.
from the lore perspective, it's huge, man.
Right.
It's huge. You're getting so much shit for free.
No, and the thing is,
Yeah.
I'm
Let them know how you feel.
I told y'all.
No.
Y'all picked this topic. I told you.
Let
And the
it
thing is, I'm
go.
fine with it. But like, as someone like, and I'm only basing this off of like, cause you already know, Chris. I paid for like the first Destiny when it came
Yeah,
out.
you only
and I
paid $60.
No,
We're like $300 in.
No. I paid for the first one, got the deluxe
Okay.
edition where I got the 2
All right,
expansions,
okay, cool.
and I had to wait a year and a half for them to even drop that.
Damn.
Okay, and all I got to do was play the same 5 levels over and over and over again. So I dropped out.
There was like 9 levels.
Okay, you're
First
right.
level.
My bad. You're right.
Right.
It's like 9, but I still had to play the same 9 levels over and over again.
But
So that's before. So don't get me wrong. As far as like Destiny's evolution, yes, it's one of the most evolved
4
games.
levels.
But extra 4, that's a lot.
but let's
Yeah.
let's take it
How
off.
many hours of developer time did
Let's
you spend?
take it off.
How many developers? How much development time does it come out with 1 level? I'd still be pissed.
Let's take it off of Destiny. Let's talk about somebody like Call of Duty that takes up 100 fucking gigs.
No, hold up. 218 gigs is the current. And we're about to get another update for season 6.
Are you willing to reinstall the whole
game?
game?
260 gigs.
Are games that are longer?
Bullshit.
No, but then,
Yeah.
the thing is, as far as Destiny goes, he's already addressed exactly how come Destiny. If Call of Duty said that, no, I'm not really installing Call of Duty because it's the same thing.
But
All I'm doing is playing Fortnite with a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
how
But
come?
just like better sounds, better graphics, and better overall platform.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's a way more fun.
Yeah.
But
Well, let's call it.
also, don't jump out of the
I
plane
agree,
until you're
yeah.
assigned a team. I didn't know that at first. I jumped out of the plane.
Yeah.
Call of Duty and me just.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, because Call of Duty.
Keanu, you have to play with us. You gotta play with us.
No, you gotta
play with
play.
us.
You gotta play the new one. The new one actually. The new like as someone who's like played other Call of Duties and then played the new one.
I would say the
new one was
last
how it
Call of
starts,
Duty
but-
game that I played was Black Ops
Alright.
2.
Play Warzone with us.
Warzone.
Fire. Anyway, anybody got any other topics before we get out of here?
I'm good.
Alright. So, it is that time!
Oh.
I do it. Yes, I do it. Cool. For picks of the week. So, picks of the week is any movie, comic book, game, TV show, anything that we think that you should be paying attention to. That's what picks of the week is all about. So, first, I'm gonna go that way. I'm gonna keep it this way. I'm gonna keep it. We're gonna keep the same rotation. Bird, what's your pick of the week?
Me?
Yeah.
What is it really?
Yeah, oh,
Shit.
Dang.
I mean, like, if I had to pick a pick of the week, then it would probably be. Let's see. Last week I did highlight Whipped Cream's new album, which is really good. But lately, I've been listening to IO has a new EP. IO is a really big name in the dark, kind of house music scene. If you like really intense, really fast-paced house beats, IO's where you need to be paying attention, and he has a new EP on the market, so check it out.
Okay.
All right. For me, I recently started to get into South Korean films, and Train to Busan is like amazing.
Watch this.
Peninsula is also another amazing one, but yes, well.
I thought it was coming up.
It depends on how you watch it. With that being said, because going along that line, I just recently came across a film called Time to Hunt. which is
I've
a
heard
South
of it.
Korean film.
I've heard of it.
And it is fucking amazing. It is really good. Like, and I hope they make a sequel to it. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna highlight.
Can I get a little bit of the premise? Like,
So a guy gets out of jail. He wants to. He's living in a dystopian South Korea.
Okay.
And he's like, "Hey, let's go rob this casino." And they decide to rob the casino. Him and a couple of friends, and they had a hitman that's after him.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It gets crazy. I love
Sounds
it.
good.
I love it. I
That
love
sounds
it.
interesting.
I have 2 pick of the weeks, and one of them is a YouTuber called Ace Bane.
Ace fan.
That dude is hilarious. Freaking, he pretty much takes like some of the old DC cartoons and just ghettoifies it.
Okay.
It's like a funny little 1 minute clip of just like messing around with it. It's hilarious. And then the other one is Mo Lowry. He's another YouTuber that I watch called he pretty much reviews games, reviews anime and everything. He does give some good anime to watch out for. So yeah.
My turn, huh?
Yes.
Sweet. So, I was gonna say a Gretzko because I talked about it earlier, but a lot of people don't want to watch it because of the way it looks. It looks kind of
It's fantastic.
like. Thank
It's
you.
so great. It's so
I
great.
had this discussion with someone this week. He was like, I kind of looked at it and I was like, that looks, And I'm like, no, don't worry about how it looks right now. Just start it. Just watch it. I promise it's great. It's great. And the other pick for me outside of Gretzko is myself.
There you go.
Right? So, check out my stuff. I am Nia the Butterfly. And just yesterday, actually, I was DJing at New Ice. I don't know if you guys know of New Ice, but it's like off of Westheimer. It's a boba place because I am addicted to boba. I got a problem. But you know what? It's okay. It's boba life. and so just check that out. And it's online on my Instagram, all that at Nia the Butterfly. Thank you.
Decimo, what's your pick of the week?
Yeah, everything is wrapping up. So no, like all like this season's anime are like wrapping up. And it's like a lot of them are like slightly emotional, you know?
Let it
But
out,
no,
man. We need
no,
to
because I
Like,
literally
this season's been very emotional.
it has.
Very,
No,
very,
like
there's multiple
Yes.
anime. I can think of 3 off the top.
exactly.
Of my head. New anime that made
That-
you cry at least
yes.
one time. So
No, but have you finished? Did you watch the one that just recently, like the irregular Demon Academy?
I didn't finish that one.
That last,
The last one that I saw when he was fighting with his best friend
yes,
made me
no,
feel a type of way.
no,
So,
but they continue that, and they have a whole story arc that happens in that one episode.
I'm done with crying, man. All right,
Damn.
take it away.
It's intense. But no, so I was gonna shout out like Rental Girlfriend, but like we already shouted that out like for like an hour.
Now I have to watch it.
It's
I
I'll
have
have to check that out.
so
too.
good. But no, I think I'm gonna shout out the irregular Demon Academy only because it's like fresh off my mind because it's literally a story of friendship. And it's like what it really literally like it sounds
It's
stupid.
just the way that you say it. Like,
It's literally
For those of us
story
with no
friendship.
friends,
Right.
that would be the
No, it's a story of friendship and it's like the oddest friendship ever. It's like all right, cool. You're like it's like you find this person and y'all are enemies and y'all are rivals or whatever, but then you're like, nah, that person's like my best friend. You know, almost like a Naruto Sasuke type thing, but they don't like take 300 episodes for it. They do it in 13. And the other thing is, like with it, you find like a legit hero. Like True Blue, like he says, I'm just gonna do shit, but he does it in a heroic style where you're like, damn, okay, I'm gonna put respect on your name.
I see you.
Yeah, so that's gonna be my pick of the week. It's
Alright.
gonna be irregular.
So for my pick of the week, we got a video coming out later on this week.
Oh, why do I keep saying irregular? That's not even what it's called.
No, it's Misfit at Demon
Yeah, the Misfit
Academy.
at Demon Academy.
It's cool.
Regular American
It's-
high schools.
Right, because
But-
I'm also thinking about that second season of that's
Yeah.
coming out.
Can't wait for that. But alright, one before I even get to my pick of the week, I want to bring attention that we have Uchi Anime Bugen. Uchi Anime Bugen. Coming up. If you don't know what Uchi Anime Bugen is, that is our virtual online event that's going to be happening on the UGA Discord, where we're going to have anime movies playing, giveaways, all type of cool stuff. Please check us out. We're gonna have a cosplay contest. We're doing this event to kind of give opportunity for everybody to have a good time, get introduced to anime, and hang out. But it's happening October 31st on the UGA Discord. And also we have a Smash tournament coming up. Online Smash tournament, and I'm putting up $100. Yes, the Wolf is putting up $100. Boost the pot. So come get my money. Anyway, so for my pick of the week, I'm going with.
When is that, by the way?
October 16th, but don't quote me because my memory sometimes is.
It's October 16th.
But October 16th, I guess I'm good.
Where can they find out about it or sign up?
Where you can find out about it is UGAaffiliation.com, or you can go on Facebook and look up UG Affiliation. Cool, editing will fix that. Anyway, so I'm gonna have links at the bottom. Anyway, back to my pick of the week. So, you can also sign up on challenge.com as well.
You have to sign up on challenge.
Yeah, anyway, we just want people to go to it and find it. Cool. Anyway, back to the pick of the week. I'm going with Batman Beyond. So why I say Batman Beyond, so if you don't know, this is also a good time to get into Batman Beyond. So a lot of people are familiar with Batman Beyond through the animated series.
That they never should have canceled?
They never should have canceled. But they're going ahead, if you don't know, Batman Beyond has his own comic book. On DC Rebirth, a lot of things have been happening so pretty much why Batman Beyond is important, because it kind of established like the future, because we know right now in Terry McGinnis' future, a lot of things happened with Damian, a lot of things happened with Red Robin, a lot of things happened. Now they just ended Batman Beyond, the comic book series, and we just found out that he's going to be have a joint comic book, at least for a time. Because now we get to see what's Booster Gold been doing this whole time during DC Rebirth. If you don't know, he's been talking, and he's been traveling in time because he's the only one that can save Batman. And apparently, Batman Beyond is needed in order to save Batman. But anyway, that's my pick of the week. Thanks for joining us for the AOE Podcast. Game on.
Peace out.
Peace out. Mo City Legend.
Hit a button. Hit a button. Not that button. The big red button.